Elimination Chamber 2025. It was the standard 4-match, 1-segment card that we've become all too accustomed with during the Triple H era. And it was a good show, full of exciting moments and great matches. Jade Cargill finally made her return. The Women's Elimination Chamber was electric. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn tore the house down. And the Men's Chamber was full of great moments, such as finally getting to see John Cena and CM Punk wrestle. It was glorious. But somehow, all of these moments have been overshadowed. Because when the night was over, we saw something I don't think any of us ever thought was possible. John Cena sold his soul.
Oh, and by the way, Daner Bronco Buster?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Improv.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Okay, first things first, this isn't going to be a perfect video. You know, I just have so many thoughts racing through my mind. I mean, how do you even put something like this into words? Perhaps the greatest wrestler of all time, someone who for over 20 years has been the standard for what a babyface is in professional wrestling, has done the unthinkable. Nothing I say can truly do that justice, but I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to try to lay out all my thoughts as succinctly as possible. Let's start with the Elimination Chamber match itself. I wasn't loving it. Logan Paul felt like a polar bear in Texas. Damian Priest eliminated Drew McIntyre, which really pissed me off. The match just didn't feel as epic as I had hoped. But eventually, it came down to just John Cena, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, and man, I loved it. Chemistry-wise, John Cena and CM Punk just looked incredible. I could literally watch them wrestle all day, every single day. At the end of the match, Seth Rollins hit a curb stomp on Punk, and Cena capitalized on it immediately. This was the first sign that something might be up. You know, John Cena is not usually the type of guy to do something like this, but he's desperate, you know, he's been saying it himself, so storyline-wise, it made sense. The match ended, and out came Cody Rhodes. This surprised me. Seeing John Cena was going to stay in the ring during this whole Cody Rock segment instantly made me feel uneasy. It just added a whole nother layer to the segment, whereas before I was positive Cody would just, turn the Rock down. Now I was a little unsure. But I honest to God thought it was more likely that Cody would be the one to turn heel. John Cena, after over 20 years in WWE, turning heel on his retirement tour no less, just didn't make sense to me. You know, this is a time to celebrate Cena and appreciate him for everything he's done, while we root for him to win another world title. But that was all thrown out the window. Like I said, I want to try to keep my thoughts on track, so before I talk about some potential concerns I have, let's talk about the positives and why this makes sense. When it was first rumored that Cena vs. Cody could possibly be happening at Mania, a lot of people were worried that fans might turn on Cody. You know, why would you put the new face of your company in a position like that? Fans are obviously going to root for Cena, and you're just setting Cody up for failure. This was a really valid question, but WWE answered that question in one of the most insane ways possible. Turning Cena heel ensures that Cody is secured as the top guy in the company. You know, there's just no doubt about it. WWE is officially saying to us, Cody Rhodes is our guy. He is the new John Cena. I think this is great. You know, WWE is planting their flag and making a real statement. Secondly, if there ever was a time to turn John Cena heel, it's right now. You know, what if John Cena turned heel has been a question WWE fans have asked for years, and we are finally getting that answer. For better or for worse, John Cena will retire with no lingering questions about if he did everything he possibly could in the ring. That is a good thing, even if this doesn't end up living up to expectations. And that brings us to my concerns. Living up to expectations. I'll be honest, it's a pretty stupid concern. I just want it to be good. I know what you're thinking, Triple B, no shit you want it to be good. Who doesn't want it to be good? What I really mean is, I don't want Cena to be too heely. Do you know what I mean? I guess I'm already looking way too far into the future, but my biggest concern is, I don't want John Cena to retire this way. You know, we all love John Cena, and while this is his last WrestleMania, and I'm completely okay with us booing him there, I don't want to boo him when we eventually get to his last match. What I'm saying is, at the end of this feud with Cody Rhodes, at the end of this story, John Cena needs to turn face again. You know, this is a really awesome moment, but at the end of the day, this is John Cena's retirement tour. But I do think WWE actually has an opportunity to tell a really compelling story. John Cena, he needs to be redeemable. He can't just go out there and say something like, yeah, I never cared about the fans, or I'm doing this all for me. You know, maybe that might be okay at first, but he just can't be a generic villain. And I already have concerns just based on his facial expressions that he's going to be playing this like some sort of evil robot, but I'm not going to look too far into that. The best villains in history, across all mediums, are the villains who are kind of right. The villains who might have just reasoning. John Cena doesn't want another world title, he needs one. And The Rock has manipulated him into thinking that this is the only way he can achieve that dream. Let The Rock be the evil one. But John Cena, I want to see Cena struggle. I want to see Cena think twice about his actions. John Cena has made this choice to turn heel, sell his soul, and turn his back on the fans. Something like that should not be easy for him. I want to see Cena slowly crack as his conscience just gets louder and louder. I'm all for this heel turn, don't get me wrong, but it needs to be done right. And I honestly don't know if Triple H has the ability to tell a layered, nuanced story. You know, that's not a shot at Triple H. And again, don't get me wrong, these are some of WWE's best actors, and I have faith in their ability to tell this story. But I don't know if Triple H can, because it's hard. I'm well aware I'm asking for something hard. Turning John Cena heel, believe it or not, is easy. What I'm asking for is to not turn him too far, and that's hard. Like I said at the beginning, I have so many thoughts just racing through my mind right now, so hopefully I put them all in a way that just makes sense. Again, I'm super excited and hopeful right now, but I just want to make it clear that if John Cena comes out and says some generic movie villain dialogue, I'm going to be very angry. You know, this is an opportunity to tell a story unlike anything the WWE has really ever done, and I'm just praying they don't mess it up. But what do you think? What is your instant reaction, and what are you hoping we end up seeing? Let me know.